Oh, hi. Well, I thought the catchy title, Who's Eating Your Pie and Why, would attract a larger audience today, but I guess word got out that this video's about operating expenses. Boring. Well, at least you're here, so we may as well get started. Expenses keep going up every year. We pretty much take that as a given. Over the last 20 years, expenses have pretty much doubled in the Puget Sound region, and investors just expect them to be higher pretty much every single year. But the real issue is, are there expenses that are getting out of control? So let's take a closer look at what happened last year. Last year, actual collected rental income, so after vacancies and credit loss and concessions, grew about 4.6%. But a number of expenses, and this is just a sampling, grew a lot faster than that. Real estate taxes, utilities, repairs and maintenance all grew at about 6% last year, and other costs grew even more. Advertising and marketing grew at more than 10% last year. Now, advertising and marketing is not a large line item expense number, but still that percentage increase is pretty significant. And so really an unsustainable trend can't be sustained. If you're growing rents at 4% a year, but your expenses are climbing at 6% a year or more, ultimately something's going to happen. And that gets to our point, who's eating your pie? In addition to operating expenses and capital expenses, investors also have mortgage payments to deal with. That really leaves for them cash flow, which amounts to just typically, on at least a new acquisition, probably 5 to 10% of the total rental income comes down to cash flow. So you can see that even a small change in expenses, a small increase, will start eating away at that cash flow and could even make it disappear. So it's really critical to not only try to move revenue up when the market allows you to do that, but also to manage those expenses aggressively. A lot of investors are doing that. They're finding ways to reduce the real estate tax bill, cut insurance costs, reduce utility costs, be more proactive in their repair and maintenance plans so that they can sort of nip costs in the bud before they get too extreme. Anyway, the related article on our website called Who's Eating Your Pie and Why includes some tips from investors on how to manage your costs better. Because as Ben Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned. And hopefully these tips will add up to a lot more than a penny. So I hope that you enjoyed this weekly apartment update, and you'll come back next week for another update.